Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Top Crypto Bull here once again to update you guys on the greatest and latest news and rumors of the crypto world. Let's get right into it, guys. Well, guys, in case you guys didn't know, September 24, Congress met and had a hearing with all the commissioners of the SEC, including the chair, Garly Gensler, and they talked about all their laws and everything they've been doing, and whether it was right or wrong, everything they've been doing. And it looks like Congress was really against the SEC chair, Mr. Garly Gensler. They grilled him and criticized him for all his actions. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's see how it went. So basically, Congress criticizes Gensler as most and labels him as the most destructive SEC chair during the hearing. SEC Chair Garly Gensler faced criticism from lawmakers and agency members during a House Financial Service Committee hearing over his handling of crypto regulations in the United States. United States Congressman Tom Emmer slammed SEC Chair Garly Gensler during a congressional hearing, calling him the most destructive and lawless chair in the regulator's 90-year history. You made up the term crypto asset security. That's what Emmer told Garly Gensler. He says, this term is nowhere to be found in statute. You made it up, and you never provided any interpretive guidance on how crypto asset securities might be defined within the walls of your SEC. This is what Emmer told Gensler. He told him in front of the House Financial Services Committee that took place September 24. So Emmer said the term has served as the entire basis of Gensler's enforcement crusade against the crypto industry for the last 3 years. That's crypto security. That's what Gensler has been using that term, but it's nowhere in the laws, in the statutes. It's all made up by Mr. Garly Gensler. This was up until last week when SEC lawyers retracted the term in a court footnote. Emmer continues, your inconsistencies with the issue have set this country back. We could not have had a more historically destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC. That is you, Mr. Garly Gensler. Emmer also grilled Gensler over his agency's handling of the debt box case, a case where the SEC sued a crypto startup for an alleged $50 million fraud scheme. The case against Debtbox was dismissed on May 28, and the SEC was ordered to pay $1.8 million in fees. Yeah, finally, they get to pay instead of racking it up like they usually do. They got like 4-point-something billion off Binance. Well, that's how they do it, I guess. Emmer said the SEC's attorneys crafted a series of lies in the Debtbox case to effectuate the commands of Gensler's anti-crypto rhetoric and regulation by enforcement agenda. Yep, I don't know why he hates crypto so much, man. If he just would have invested into Bitcoin instead of being against it, he'd be a rich man by now. He has money, so he could have invested $100,000 and at least 10x it. He'd have at least $1 million in Bitcoin by now. But I don't know. Maybe it's just his agenda. He's anti-crypto. Well, what can we do? Let's continue, guys. The matters in the case were not well handled, Gensler said in response to Emmer's questioning. Okay, so that's what Gensler responded to Emmer asking about the Debtbox case, why they even sued them. And then Gensler responded, the matters in the case were not well handled. I love his responses. They're just nonchalance, that he didn't do anything wrong. Well, it wasn't well handled. It wasn't well handled, that's all he says. And that's it. He doesn't respond anymore. He's definitely, he's a sly guy, that Garly Gensler. So it looks like Gensler also faced heat from within his own ranks, with SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce saying that the SEC's move to retract the term crypto asset security in court last week should have happened a long time ago. That's what I'm saying. It should have never even existed, that term crypto asset security. All made up and invented by Mr. Garly Gensler, who looks a lot like Mr. Monty Burns from The Simpsons, if you ask me. So Peirce continues, By putting it in the footnote, we admit that now actually the token itself is not a security. That's something that we should have admitted long ago, the pro-crypto SEC commissioner explained. She continues, we have failed on our duty as a regulator and not to be precise. That's what Pierce said. So it looks like when asked whether crypto tokens need a statutory definition to ascertain how they apply to security laws, Pierce responded, it's always helpful to have Congress weigh in, but there certainly are some guidelines we could provide in this area that we have chosen not to provide. But a statutory definition would help. And the SEC always welcomes the input of Congress. Well, I mean she always welcomes it, not all of the SEC, not Mr. Garly Gensler. So it looks like Garly Gensler confirms that SAB 121 rule will stay in place. Despite calls from 42 U.S. politicians to rescind the SEC Staff Accounting Bulletin number 121 rule, Gensler said it will remain in effect. Man, that guy just don't listen. He says, no, it's a good accounting bulletin. This is what Gensler said in response to a question from House Rep. Wiley Nickel about whether the SEC would rescind the rule. The SAB 121 rule mandates SEC reporting entities that custody crypto to record those holdings as liabilities on their balance sheets. A SAB 121 repeal bill received bipartisan support in Congress before being vetoed by President Joe Biden in June. Gensler claims it will help public companies understand the risk associated with holding crypto, pointing to FTX, Terraform Labs, and other bankruptcies. Nickel didn't bite, claiming the SAB 121 actually makes the digital asset ecosystem less safe. Nickel recently claimed that SAB 121 would prevent U.S. banks from custodying crypto exchange traded products at scale, creating a concentration risk by handing more control over to non-bank entities. With the rule now in place, Nickel slammed the SEC's office of the chief accountant for recently exempting Bank of New York Mellon from the balance sheet reporting requirement, arguing that it will lead to different rules for different folks. And Mr. Garly Gensler weighed in. He disagreed. Gensler said it's actually the same rules for different folks. So there you go, guys. Mr. Garly Gensler got grilled by Congress today, and he just remains as sly and as negative as ever, for all our digital assets, guys. What's it going to take to get this guy out of office, guys? I mean, or make him pro-crypto somehow. This man needs to be given like some Bitcoin, or he needs to be shown. I think Michael Saylor needs to go talk to Garly Gensler and explain Bitcoin and crypto assets. Maybe he'll change his tune, but he probably won't. It's probably just his agenda. I bet secretly he does own a lot of BTC and a lot of other digital assets. He's just against it publicly, but I'm sure privately he's making a killing off it. That's usually how they do it, these top regulators. Well, anyways, guys, just wanted to share that information with you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is Garly Gensler doing a good job, or is he like the worst chair ever of the SEC? Let me know in the comments. Also, guys, help the channel out. Hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel. Let's make this channel grow. This Top Crypto Bull signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.